Like, okay, we're live. Hi, Rachel Cheesecake. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Let me know where you're listening from. I'm just typing in the topic of today. Okay, so if you can you hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me, just to be sure that my mics and everything is working. How about that? Okay, I think we're good. Hi guys, it's the Valley Wednesday. So, how y'all doing? I hope you're doing well and you're having a great day. So I'm just going to wait and see if a few more people pop on, and then we're going to get started. This is really a noisy noise coming from outside, but anyway, ignore it. So, today's topic is fear can help you succeed. Like, fear can make you wealthy. Fear can allow you to get to where you want to be. Hi, Ken, Kelly, how are you? Where are you listening from? Hope you're having a great day. So if you're just joining me for the first time, pleasure to meet you. My name is Auni Moore, and I'm a business coach and mentor. And what I do is I teach people how to build alternative income streams around their job or their business. Hi, Dr. Adora. Now, let me know where you're listening from. It's the Value Wednesday series, because I come to you every single Wednesday giving you value and teaching you something that if you have a business can help you in your business. Even if you have a job, it can also help you in your life. So that's the whole point of this Value Wednesday. And today the topic is how fear can help you be successful, how fear can help you succeed. If anybody has any questions as we go, just write it down or just put it in the comment section and I'll be happy to take that. But if you're joining me for the first time, can you just give me an emoji, give me a 1 if you have a job or a 9 to 5, and give me a 2 if you have a business. That kind of just helps me to maybe tell a bit more what I'm speaking to people that have businesses or jobs and how they can be able to relate this personally and apply, because the whole point is for you to be able to get value and apply it, and then it could be able to help you to propel your business. So first of all, I'm going to talk about what is fear. The truth is, definition of fear, as we know, is like we've broken down into acronym. It's false evidence appearing real. That's what it is. But then we all are human beings, and there's this makeup that we have in us where we are afraid. You can be afraid of a bunch of things. I've kind of put fear into few sections. It can be fear of failure or fear of even being successful. When you're successful, you don't know how to handle it, or you're afraid to fail at something, to fail at anything really. Or the fear of the unknown. You don't know what to expect. What if I do this and I get this result? What if I do that and I get the wrong result or a negative result? The fear of the naysayers and what people will say. The fear of lack, not being enough, you're not good enough, you're not intelligent enough. Will people listen to you? What would you talk about? But I always say this, I'm going to break down these fears and then talk about it and then explain to you how fear, even give you a personal experience as to how fear has helped me to be able to be where I am today and keep propelling in my life and in my business. So the fear of failure. Over the past week and a half or two, so I have conversations with people, and something that, hey girl, Miss Tayo in the house from Abuja. Okay, as you're listening, just drop me an emoji where you're listening from. If you have a job, drop me a 1. If you have a business, drop me a 2. But today's topic is fear, how fear can help you be successful. Now, when it comes to fear, I've been having this conversation with people for a while now, like a week and a half or 2. And most people, if you dig deep down, you will find out that what is holding them back from doing a few things, most especially me being in business, fair, is the fear of failure. They don't want to start up their own business because they're afraid. They don't want to partner in any business because they're afraid. Hi, Chinwe, how are you? They don't want to do this or that because they are afraid. Now, this also ties into the fear of the unknown. They don't know what to expect. They don't know how the market is going to accept them. They don't know what they're going to meet. I have been in this space before. When I had a job, the fear of the unknown was the biggest thing for me. So imagine just walking away from your job, starting up a business. I mean, I already started my business on the side to my job, but the question was, what if my monthly salary doesn't, the money I was going to make from this business was not going to be equivalent to my monthly salary? How am I going to survive? What am I going to do? What is going to be the alternative if this business actually fails on me and now I'm giving up that job and maybe I can't find another job? This is something that, trust me, over 80% of people, it is what is holding them back, and it's the reason why some people are happy with their job. I mean, I'm not speaking to those people. I'm speaking to the people that every single day you say to them, how is your job? They're like, it's okay. They complain. They give you like 10 reasons why they hate what they're doing, but they're still there 10 years on. They're still there 5 years on. They're still there another 15 years. Every single day they struggle to get out of bed to go to that job. But if you even try and hint them the opportunity to say, why not start up something for yourself? Why not even try? They're like, I don't know. I'm really afraid. I'm a shy person. Or I'm really afraid. I'm not a business person. I'm really afraid. What if I don't have support? I'm really afraid. What if I don't get it right? You're not alone. That's what we need to understand. Every single human being you see around you, online, offline, they are human beings like you. The celebrities, the successful business people, everybody that you might sometimes sit down and wish, I want to be like this person. You have to first remember, they're a human being before they became a business person. They're a human being before they became a mom. They're a human being before they became a celebrity. Whatever it is in that bracket that you have them, they're a human being. So everything that is happening to you has happened to them before. Everything that is happening to you, somebody else has experienced exactly what you're going through. So why I'm saying this today is the fear never goes away. Fear of success also. Now, in the beginning of your journey or your business, you might be afraid that, people accept me. But then it's going to get to a point in your life where you achieve some sort of fame, some sort of success, some sort of recognition, and then some people have put you in a certain pedestal. Now you are also afraid. Oh my gosh, I used to make 7 million a month, or I used to drive a nice car, I used to live in a nice neighborhood. What if I can't meet up? What if people expect me to become this person and I can't maintain? That fear is there also. If you haven't experienced it now, give yourself time. You get to a point where the world or the society is allowing you to be in a certain rank. So imagine all those people that US celebrities, even in Nigeria here, we see them in the mags, we see them online. Even now, social media sometimes puts you in a certain place where people are used to seeing you slay, look good. Going out on a normal day with your flip-flop and no makeup on seems to become a problem because they're like, what if I go out and somebody catches me unawares? That is a fear of success. That is the honest truth. But you can also be afraid of the unknown, not knowing what is going to happen. I tell people that you need to realize that every single day of your life is a risk. It doesn't matter if you have a bulletproof car, you can go out tomorrow and have a massive accident and die. You can even decide to not drive and you're just jogging across your street and a car loses control and kills you. Every single day of your life, whether you're in your house, whether you're outside your house, you are living in a risk environment. So you being afraid of not knowing what is going to happen. What if I set up this business, it doesn't work? What if I get married and it falls off? What if I have a child and the child doesn't grow up to be a successful person? All that, unless you're God, you can't see your future. Some people think their futures are set in stone. Maybe I work in this oil and gas company, or I work in this multinational, and my salary is set. Like I'll be with them for 5 years, and they've decided how much income they'll save, the kind of life they'll have, the houses they'll buy, the vacations they'll have. Now I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who is HR in one of the top multinationals. I'm not going to mention names. They had to lay off some people. Now some people were in shock. Some people went as far as swearing, cursing. They were destabilized because their life just flashed before their eyes. But then there are some people too that were in that same situation whereby they were speaking to them that, see, there's nothing like a safe, secure job right now. You need to be aware. You need to maybe set up something for yourself or even just plan for it. But they were afraid of not knowing what next. But right now, the rug has been pulled out under their feet and the unknown has come to meet them. So life is about, discovering things. Another one that keeps people down is the fear of the naysayers, what people will say. So when you fail, people might laugh. Yes, people are going to laugh. Whether you're successful, you have people that will never support you. Whether you're unsuccessful, there are some people that will never support you. There are some people that will laugh. But what I say is, accept the fact that people will laugh regardless. If you are living your life to please anyone, you have failed. You will never win because you can never please anyone. If you make nice food, oh, it's too salty, or it's just right, or it's not so healthy, there's always a but for somebody else, even for yourself. You can also be self-sabotaging yourself by saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not as pretty as she is, I can't slay like her, I can't dress like her, she's so business savvy, I can never grow a business to be like this, Aliko Dangote, I can never be like him, he's so fantastic. Bill Gates, he's already made the money, he was so lucky then. Those are all sorts of things you come up for yourself to self-sabotage yourself and create more fear for yourself. Now, 97% of people are afraid of something that is not going to happen. Like being a mom, there's this fear tactics that we use, and I'm sure almost all of us, they used it for us growing up. When your parents don't want you to do something, they put fear in you. So fear of don't have a boyfriend too early, you get pregnant, or you go to hell. If you kiss a boy, you fail your courses, you fail your schoolwork, you're never going to be successful if you don't read well and pass, and you never get a good job. Or if you don't get everything right, you tell your children, don't pick that thing because, you're going to get electrocuted, or the car is going to run you down, or you lock your doors because you're afraid of robbery. We are always afraid. And remember, it's not our fault. This has been programmed into our head from as little as we were. Fear is supposed to protect you. It's a scare tactic to protect you as a human being. But many of us are afraid of something that will never happen. Some of us are like, I'm going to eat so healthy because I don't want to die of cancer by the time I'm age 60. So many times it never happens. It might be the smokers that have smoked for 50 years that end up outliving the people that live healthy lives. So you would never know. Why I'm saying this is that a lot of us are afraid and set up our whole life and live in a box because we're afraid of something that 95% of the time never happens. But also now I want to mention to you how, for me, I have kind of trained myself, but also how I've used fear to help me be successful, to help me always push towards positivity and push towards where I want to be. But I also want all of you guys to maybe comment below by the time I start to explain, how do you handle fear? What are those things that you're usually afraid of? What has fear maybe stopped you from doing for a while now or in the past, and how you've been trying to manage that? Now for me, I say fear is a good thing because number one, when you're afraid, it shows that you care about that thing. If you're afraid of your children getting sick or getting in harm's way, that means you care about them. If you're afraid of losing your job, you care about that job. When you don't care about things, you're not really afraid. Like if you drop your phone in the middle of the road, you're afraid that you might lose that phone, your contacts, and spend a lot of money to fix it. But if you don't really care, and it's just like losing a purse or losing, let's just say, $1 bill or 100 naira, you don't really care. You're not afraid to lose that kind of money. But when you have a lot of money in your pocket, you are afraid of the volume, the value. So fear is a good thing because it keeps value towards what you have. Secondly, fear is a good thing also because it gets you out of your comfort zone. Now your brain is programmed to protect you. Imagine if you wanted to run tomorrow morning and you say you're going to do it at 5 o'clock. Your mind will start to tell you, 5 o'clock, isn't that too early? 5 o'clock, people might not see you, they might drive over you. 5 o'clock, what if you get raped? 5 o'clock, what if you get run over? 5 o'clock, it'll be too early, it'll be too cold. Why not just make it 6 o'clock or even 7 o'clock? But by 7 o'clock, you need to be out of your house. The same way when you're going to do what? You're trying to start up a business. Fear is telling you, you want to start up that business. Do you know how many people that start up these businesses? Don't waste your money. You might not be as good as A, B, C, D. Do you know how long it's going to take you to become successful? Do you know how long it's going to take you to get up to that career ladder? That whole thing is, set up to protect you. But you do not need to listen to yourself sometimes and listen to the fear. What you need to do is put things in place to realize that it's going to happen. Now, I've forgotten her name. If I get it, I'll just maybe talk about it later on. This lady has this, what they call the 5-second rule. When you want to do something scary, something that's going to get you out of your comfort zone, and you don't know what to do, count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I do it all the time. Because what happens is when you keep your mind on a ticking time bomb, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, your brain is processing like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you do it. But if you keep sitting there and thinking, it'd be like a guy that's trying to, talk to a beautiful girl in the bar. She's gorgeous. I want to talk to her, but he's afraid. And he says, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, I'm just going to say hi to her. She says no. The same thing, maybe we run into somebody that is a celebrity or somebody of value we want to meet, but we don't know how to go and approach them. The same happens to me when I see my ideal client or ideal customer out there. I want to approach them and say, hello, this is me, this is what I do, can I give you my card? It is a scary thing to walk up to a stranger and even just say hi. Or it's a scary thing to walk up to a stranger and compliment them. But this gets you out of your comfort zone. And what happens? You have grown. Everything good is on the other side of fear. I tell myself this every day. And I tell myself every single day also that I need to do one thing that scares me. Whether it's leave the house without makeup, whether it's go out every single day and compliment 2 or 3 people. I mean, they're not going to pay me for complimenting them, but it just makes me feel good and also makes them feel good, and I might make a new friend. But realize that when you start to set your mind into places, like put yourself at, what I say, risk, not that physical harm, but it's more like mental, emotional. You're training yourself to do things that a normal day you will not do. And when you're afraid, there's an open window to do something new. So if you're always in a position of fear, you need to understand that you're growing. But if you're never in a position of fear, you're always comfortable, everything is all rosy, you only go out with the friends that you know, you only go to the bars that you know, you only go to the restaurants that you know the menu inside out, you are not growing. You're most likely dying. So if you're always in that position where like, I'm afraid of this thing, but okay, I'll do it, you are growing. And then there's this energy that fear brings. You know, that adrenaline rush of, oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to be able to do that, but I did it. I have a speaking engagement. I've never spoken in front of 100 people. Now I'm speaking in front of 5,000 people. I'm going to die. But okay, I've done it. By the time you get off that stage, the adrenaline rush, the pump, the excitement is there. You have grown. The energy can propel you. Now, this is me trying to give you guys strategies that I use for my fear as a positive thing. I don't try and focus my energy on the bad things that fear can do to me, but I use my fear, and I posted this on my Instagram story and said, what motivates you? Is it the fear of lack or the fear of abundance? You need to know. For me, I put myself in positions that always gets me, oh my God, I'm afraid of poverty. You know, I don't care what people think. They can think I'm vain, but there is no dignity in suffering. There's no dignity in poverty. I never, ever, me, my family, and the people that I have direct or indirect access to ever be in a position where people can eat when they want to. People can afford things when they want to. You know, I was standing, and I wrote this maybe over 6 months ago. I was standing behind a lady in a grocery store. And this breaks my heart each time I say it. She had picked what she wanted, and she was trying to pay. But she was saying, you know, she said the prayer, but she was like, she said it out loud. She didn't even know that I heard her. And she's like, I hope my card goes through. Oh my God. My heart just sank. And I'm like, oh, she's like, yes, I hope, you know, they said they would have paid us, but I hope, you know, my salary has gone into that card. If not, we will have to take some things out. That day, I made a decision that I will never shop on a budget. I mean, not go and buy Louis Vuitton bags. Yes, I might have to be on a budget on that. But to buy the things that I need and the things that my family needs, never. And what does that do? The fear of not having, I mean, I've been in those circumstances before where all I had in that my card was probably like 3,000 naira. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, if anything happens today, I will not be able to afford this. But I always remind myself of those circumstances, and I always make sure that I will never be there again. What does that mean? It will make me every day jump out of bed and go and hustle. It will make me every single day to say, yes, I'm afraid of doing these things, but heck, I'm going to do it. Because what is the alternative? The alternative is the fear of lack, the fear of not having, the fear of not being able to give the children that I've brought into this world the best, the fear of poverty. Now, I've visited a few people by choice in places where I will not be able to live. You know, we went for a church program this weekend, and it was raining. Now, people were in houses where their front door was flooded. You know, a woman and a baby lost their life because of that place. The water was this high that you had to literally come out to swim in muddy water. Trust me, there's nothing noble about living in that kind of place. You're walking around in the water. Your baby cannot stand because the water will cover them. You have to literally hike them up on your shoulder. So when I go through places like that, I tell myself that I know me as a person, I will never want to be found here as my own house. And I will make sure that the people that I have power over, which are my children, my family, my spouse, will never have to experience anything like this. That fear is going to propel you to work hard. That fear is going to trump the fear of failure. That fear is going to trump the fear of what the naysayers are going to say about you. That fear is going to trump the whole, am I good enough? Because that fear, you have changed it to work for you. Another thing also is, thanks, Anyeka. So that fear also makes me to not want to live a life of explanation. You know that explanation where you see your friend after 5-10 years and they're explaining that, after we finished school, things didn't go so well for me. And I used to live in that area, and I used to travel for summer twice every single year, and I used to do this, and I used to do but. That whole but. I don't want to have to explain my life. I want people to look at it and be like, wow, she's done well for herself though. She's done really well. Let your life be the explanation. Don't have to explain that, yes, I wore this dress. It's not really what I wear on a normal day, but I just wanted to be free. We have been there. We have done that. We all know. When September is going to come, it's going to be school fees season. Many people are going to have to explain. Sit down, go to the school bursary and explain why, we're not going to be able to pay completely this term. Can we have a payment plan? That is one of my fears. And it propels me every day to do not have a certain amount. Not like I'm the one that pays school fees, but the truth is, I say this, women are partners to their husband. God forbid, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but what I'm saying is, no matter the circumstances, I always make sure that I will never have to use somebody else's money to pay the school fees for my children if I can control it. What does that take? If you go out there and hustle, God will bless the works of your hand. Now, I don't get it, how people can expect the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the naysayers trump you being afraid to not be able to afford for your family. Now, that fear, I remind myself every day of my goals and dreams and the things I need to achieve. Now, today again, I was reviewing my goals about how much an Ivy League school in the US will cost. For Harvard is about, let's round it up, $5,000 every single year. So now let's say my kids are 3 years old and in the next 15 to 17 years, they will be of college age. Who am I kidding if I wake up every single day and faff around and not walk towards that goal? That school fee is going to get there, and either they're going to have student loan or it would have been paid for in cash in advance. The fear of not being able to afford those things get me off my backside and gets me moving. So it's not about when anybody thinks about me or what the economy is saying. The fear of not having is what moves us forward. And now the older your children get, you best believe in today's generation, children are much more outspoken. They would ask you, my son will say something like, I want ice cream. Don't give him ice cream because it's not a good thing for him every day. But don't give him ice cream because you can't afford it. Because after day 4 or 5, he's going to ask you, Mommy, I said I want, you know how we say, if you have good behavior, I'll give you chocolate. If you have good behavior, I'll give you ice cream. If you have good behavior, I'll take you to the beach. They sent my son home from school yesterday, and they always mimic what they do every day. And in his book, he says he was excited. He explained summer to people, to his classmates, and then he mentioned, about going to the beach. And I read that, and we had a conversation. And I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, yes, I really want to go to the beach. And I said to his dad, it's go time. We need to take him to the beach, because what that's going to do is, it's not a big thing. I'm just giving a small example. But at his age, he's aware that if you take him to the beach, the excitement is in his mind, the memories. So imagine when he's old enough and his friends are maybe going on for summer and his friends are going on, how they say excursion. Maybe in your child's school, you need to pay maybe $100 or $200 just to take them on a field trip. This is something that they're going to be excited about. But then some people can't afford it. Not because it's their fault, but they just can't afford it. The fear of circumstances like that motivates me. I don't want to be that parent, not to spoil them, but I don't want to be that parent where a child cannot go on a compulsory excursion because we can't afford it. The fear of unknown is not big enough for me to trump the fear of my child asking me for something that is good for them, that is not bad, that is great education, and will make them happy to not provide. So I say this to people that you have to sit down and list for yourself. Which one is more important? Is it my family? Or is it the fear of the unknown? Or is it the fear of what the society will say? I don't know for you. But for me, fear of lack propels me every day towards abundance. So I don't know if anybody here wants to kind of share, what fear has done for them. Did it keep them in their tracks? How do they manage it? What is one or two things that they're really, really afraid of? I'll just give a few minutes. And if you even have any questions, please feel free to drop it here, and I'll be so happy to, talk about it before I wrap up. But if you're just joining me today and it's your first time, welcome on board. This is Amelie and Emo, and I do Value Wednesdays every single Wednesday to be able to give you value that can allow you move your business or your life forward. But also, if you're just coming in, you can watch the replay. But I try to, within 24 hours, upload it into my YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel now. Yeah, because I tend to have people ask me the same question over and over again. So what I've done is I now have a YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. And you can click there. You can watch all the previous videos that I have. And you can also watch this even when it goes off after 24 hours on Instagram. Because the Instagram can only have this video on for 24 hours. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. If not, I'm going to have to love you and leave you, and hope you have a great day. And I hope that you will not let fear take the better part of your life, because the truth is, I'm a Christian, and it's also in the Bible that the fear is not a victory for the child of God. So you have no business living a life less than you can because you're afraid. Fear will never go away. Even my 70-year-old dad is still afraid of certain things. My mom is afraid of almost everything, but they still have had the best life. So just feel the fear, but do it anyway. Be afraid, but still do it afraid, because that shows you're a human being. Once you lose that fear, you have lost your senses, you're dead. So as long as you're a human being, it is part of you. You must be afraid so that you can know that you're still alive. Okay guys, so thank you guys for joining me, and have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. And I'm out.